Hello, Raghavan. This is Mani speaking. Hello, Mani. You know, I'm constructing a house in Adyar. I urgently need 10,000 rupees from you. Money, I don't have so much money with me now. Can I get you a loan? No, Raghu. I will manage. Toastmasters way. Fellow Toastmasters, and guess. 5th August 1980. My father rang his elder brother, Raghavan, a practicing chartered accountant in Kurnool, Greece. My father was not able to construct his house on time because of financial difficulties. He was the least earning member and also the least educated member in his family. My father was an ordinary banker. I saw him struggle to make both ends meet, to take care of his children's education, his family expenses, and of course, the housing loan. He had a dream to build a house of his own. He had a faith that his brother would support him. At the end, there was total disappointment. After seeing my father's disappointment, I resolved that I would have a successful education, a successful career, and a successful life. A man asked Socrates, what's the secret to success? Instead of replying, Socrates caught the neck of the man, took him to a nearby river, and pushed him under the water. The man was struggling, gasping for breath. Socrates did not release him. When the man was about to collapse, he pulled him up and asked, what did you want the most when he was in the water? The man replied, Socrates said, if you want success as badly as you wanted the air, you will get it. A burning desire is the first step in the journey to success. Now, I had the burning desire to excel in life. At each stage of my life, I challenged the status quo. I knew that change was the only constant factor. I worked hard. I got a scholarship in my school and college. But something was missing in me. I was an introvert. I'm not ready to face the world. I saw an ad in the Hindu, Ramanathan's Effective Public Speaking Institute. I joined the course, and this transformed my personality by leaps and bounds. I completed my CA at the age of 24. I joined Proj10 in Pondicherry. After working for 3 years, I felt that life is becoming monotonous. In 1995, as a young Indian, I was yearning for a better life and went to Singapore. I was happy with the monetary benefits. My dream was to move up the career path. I had to differentiate myself from the rest of the crowd. I challenged the status quo. Despite my Indian CA qualification, I also competed. cost accounting from SEMA, UK. I went to Australia for the MBA course. There are only very few people who take a sabbatical leave and pursue higher education. I was one among them, and that too at the age of 33. This education gave the fillip to my entire career. Aristotle said, the learning is not a child's play. And learning is not without pain. I had my own share of pains. I was running a bachelor's life in Australia. I used to fly back every 3 months for a week's vacation. That experience made me a tough guy. Friends, I never thought of returning to India after the MBA education. I planned to settle down in Australia. I never had a job. I was destined to come back and contribute to the India growth story. I was back in the job market. After a few months, I got a job with Satyam Computers, Hyderabad. My dream of living in Australia kept ringing in me. I challenged the status quo. I made sufficient groundwork before taking the plunge. I even consulted an astrologer to check if my planetary positions were okay for me to quit the job and migrate to Australia. Interestingly, he said, go to Sydney. According to numerology, that was a better option. But I believed in myself. I also had a backup plan in case I didn't get a job in Australia. Some of my family members were not totally convinced about this idea. I was adamant and said 2005 is the best option. Otherwise, I have no choice or chance. Mahatma Gandhi said, follow your heart if you're in a dilemma. I took his words, quit the well-paying job at Satyam and migrated to Australia in May 2005. That was the worst period in my professional career. I never got a job for 4 months. I returned to India. I had family support at this critical juncture. I was optimistic that I would get a job. It was only a matter of time. My conversations with God grew stronger and I had faith in the Almighty. My prayers never got unanswered. I was back in the corporate world in November 2005. Even now, I challenge my status quo. I did a public speaking course about a couple of decades back, but I was not totally convinced about my progress. I wanted to excel as a speaker, and that's the motive for me to join this elite organization. Today, I'm completing the first step in this journey. I have a long way to go. The journey never stops. It continues till my last breath. I will never stop challenging my status quo. Dear Toastmasters, the only place where dreams become impossible is in our own thinking. There's nothing in this world that's incapable of being accomplished. It only requires a small spark in life to ignite the fire. For me, it was my father's lack of education that ignited the fire in me to excel in life.